I can't imagine doing artist alley without these things. Hi, I'm Macy and I'm the artist and designer behind Mualcaina, a small business focused on kawaii goods. I've vended at over 50 events over the past 4 years, some of my recent major cons being Anime Expo, Otakon, and SAC Anime. If you want to avoid spending money on the wrong things while vending an artist alley, keep on watching. I also have everything linked down below if you want to get them for yourself. Now, the first thing I'm really glad I invest in are freebie items. One of the freebie items that I currently have are my tote bags, and I've started to include them at my in-person events, and I especially needed it when I was going to have the Ida backpacks because I can't expect people to just carry a whole backpack around without a bag to hold it. And so I did introduce these freebie tote bags, which are available with purchase of 50 or more. I have noticed how beneficial it was when vending at cons, since it also acted as a walking billboard. And I have had some people come up to me saying that they actually didn't know that I would be vending at that event, if not for seeing those freebie tote bags with my logo on it. I suppose I did the same thing with badge ribbons at ribbon conventions such as Anime Los Angeles, where customers can get a free ribbon with purchase of 15 or more. I have noticed that some people do feel more incentivized to purchase more if they can get that free item, and so far it has been very beneficial, especially when people do like to receive free things. Also, I will warn you, if you see very drastic lighting changes, it is partly cloudy today. I cannot control the weather, nor did I have time to film when it was sunny, so here we are. If you watch my artist alley vlogs, you do know that I like to wear silver jewelry, especially at conventions, just as a way to accessorize and feel a bit more put together, which is why I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Ana Luisa. I'm currently wearing Ana Luisa's Tota silver earrings in silver and their ring in Celine silver. After going to Korea last year and getting my color analysis done, I did learn that I was a bit more cool toned and have been wearing more silver jewelry. So when Ana Luisa reached out to me, I knew I had to work with them. Their jewelry is hypoallergenic, water resistant, and sustainable, and is an easy way to elevate your outfit in an affordable way. They also have free and fast shipping within the United States and a 2-year warranty on all of their products. So if you're looking to elevate and accessorize your outfit, whether at a convention or in your everyday life, feel free to check out Ana Luisa down below. I will have my link in the description box, and it does help support this channel. Another product I am so glad that I invested in is a portable Wi-Fi hotspot device. So I was delaying getting one of these for the longest time, even though I did have some other artist alley vendor friends who bought one. But I did give in when I was set to vend at Otakon last August, since I did hear the con venue hall where Artist Alley is located has poor reception, and I really did not want to pay for con Wi-Fi. Before this release, I would use my phone's hotspot, and I do have Verizon as a provider, which did work for most con venues, so I never really had an issue until Otakon. I am so glad that I did this because it allows me to bring my phone with me whenever I'm walking around inside the convention, rather than leaving it at a table, since my helpers do need the hotspot so they can use the Square terminal. As of this recording, this release does come with 1 GB of internet, which does reload every month, but it does not carry over if you don't use it all within that month. So far, it has been really reliable, and I haven't had any issues with it with all of the conventions that I have vended out. If you didn't know already, I do stream on Twitch. Lately, I've been streaming while grading pins and even chatting with some artist alley friends. Feel free to follow me down below. It's been really fun streaming so far. Sometimes we have co-working streams if you just want to work alongside another person. So feel free to follow me down below so you don't miss the next stream. Potentially controversial one, business cards. Now, there's a heated debate on whether or not you should have business cards and if they are a waste of money. Let me know what you think. Do you have business cards, or do you just have a QR code? And how is that working for you? Personally, I do believe in the value of business cards, and even from other artists that I've purchased from, because sometimes I forget where I've bought something until I do see their card. And now I understand the sentiment that some people don't have them because they think attendees will just throw them away, but I do see it as another way for potential customers to recognize your brand. And with that in mind, while I do invest in cards, I don't believe in getting it on really nice paper. Maybe not so much the thinnest paper available like printer paper, but with relatively thick paper that is not super quick to bend is what I would deem as acceptable. Honestly, as long as it has your information, That's all that matters. Another one of my favorite investments are Apple AirTags. Do you use Apple AirTags or any tile tracking device? And if so, how do you use them? Apple AirTags are devices that help you keep track of items, such as your wallet or your keys, but in my case, for my small business, they're one of the best things I've purchased. Especially when I travel to conventions, I put them in my checked luggages when flying, and it does give me peace of mind knowing they've landed with me. And also know that they're not lost or end up at the wrong airport. Besides my luggage, I also put them in packages when I do ship to conventions, and the first time I did so was when I vended at Otakon in DC, and it was reassuring knowing that the packages arrived at my hotel before UPS even updated the tracking information. And even before it did arrive at my hotel, I did appreciate knowing that it was on its way to DC. I did end up purchasing a pack of them, and I do like to call them my little Sims because I get to see where they are and their locations across the country, so it's been pretty fun. Another one of my best investments are luggages. Granted, this isn't something that you should immediately do if you just start in Artist Alley. And honestly, I'm really glad that I waited this long to invest in luggage because you really don't know if you want to do Artist Alley long term or even will travel for it. I initially went with luggage given to me for free by family members or whatever I found at the thrift shop. And then 2 years into vending in Artist Alley did I actually want to invest in new luggage that did suit my con needs. I like to have a mix of luggage. I know some people like to exclusively have hard shell, but I have different types for different needs. First, I do like hard shell, especially for rain. I also like having an open top because I really don't like a clamshell opening if possible. And I do need it to have 8 wheels because I'm usually pushing more than one luggage at a time and I don't want to struggle. Hence this video of me struggling with luggage. And even after 4 years of vending, my luggages from the beginning of my Artist Alley journey finally gave in and the wheels broke, so I did invest in another set of new luggage again. When it comes to luggage, genuinely it does not need to be expensive. I do have some friends who exclusively stick to one brand like Samsonite, but personally, I don't care. I just get whatever is at TJ Maxx or Marshall's and then just take care of it until it breaks. Because for a lot of full-time vendors, it is expected to replace luggage every 1 to 2 years, assuming you do a lot of conventions that do require some sort of travel. So I'm honestly not as worried about longevity as, say, someone who does leisurely travel and might not replace their luggage until a decade or more of traveling. Now, this particular product is a game changer, especially for outdoor events and night markets. And it is a top-down wagon. So the first wagon I did use was borrowed from family, and honestly, it did the job. After a couple years of cons, it did start to break down, so I decided to invest in a top-down wagon. Truly, one of my best investments. I know I say this for every single point, but as someone who does not have a lot of strength in her, this is fantastic. I love it. I love my wagon. Because this particular wagon does allow me to haul more items and even carry my canopy by myself, which is incredibly heavy. I don't know why I chose that canopy. It's durable, but it's so heavy. And this is definitely what I used for 626 Night Market Arcadia. I do have the vlog up here. With this and bungee cords, I'm able to wheel around basically twice the amount I'd carry by myself and then reduce my trips to the car. Granted, this wagon may not be allowed for a lot of convention centers, especially when they have unions, or when I do travel and I'm flying out, I can't exactly carry this with me and I would prefer to use a suitcase. But for myself, I'm often vending within the state of California or I'm often driving to that event, so I do use this wagon pretty often. Another potentially controversial investment for some people, stamp rallies. Is it? I don't know. If you're not familiar with stamp rallies in the context of a con setting, it often involves 2 or more artists, and to receive a stamp, customers would have to visit each booth, and once a stamp card is filled up, the customer receives a prize. Now, the way I do stamp rallies is that there is a minimum purchase amount to receive a stamp, usually about $10 or more depending on the prize, and the price ranges from a sticker sheet to a shaker keychain depending on the convention. I have noticed that it does incentivize customers to purchase from you at that event if they specifically want the prize that you're offering because they know it won't be available at another event. They're also really fun to do, and it does motivate me to create more designs and be creative depending on the theme of the rally. I would say that stamp rallies are very beneficial, especially if you're a newer or smaller artist, since it does give a chance for attendees to get to know different vendors and then this is just additional advertisement. However, I will say, at least for myself, it can get stressful if I participate in more than one rally, so I have been sticking to just one rally per event. Honestly, I can do an entire video talking about how to organize a stamp rally and the logistics that goes through putting it all together. So if you're interested in that, definitely comment it down below. However, I do bring it up briefly in this vlog. Veering on a different type of investment, I would say that signage was very beneficial in my artist alley career. Now, this is more of a time investment because it did take me a good amount of time and effort to rearrange my catalog and table display, and it didn't cost as much as the other items mentioned, but it did take a good few days to get everything sorted. This year, I updated my rigid boards and added individual signage with pricing and identification numbers so customers can easily point out what they want, and it has been so beneficial. So great, fantastic. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I just didn't want to do it. It was a lot of work. And not only for myself, but for whoever is helping me, because while I know each character's name, my helpers often don't watch anime, so they won't know which pin is Gear 5 Luffy, but they'll know what pin 1U is. Having this branded signage also has elevated the look of my display and makes it appear a bit more professional. Do you use any of these things when vending an artist alley? Do you also find them helpful, or is there one that doesn't really work out for you? Comment down below, and I'd love to hear what you think. Again, if you are interested in checking out the jewelry that I'm currently wearing right now, I do have my Ana Luisa link down below. And if you enjoyed this video or learned from it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more artist alley and small business content. If you're curious to see how I would rank all of my 2024 events, watch this video to see my ratings for each of those conventions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!